Camille.
Hi. Well, it's so nice to see
Hi.
everyone from all over the world. Hi. um, Thank you. This has been a lovely presentation. As always, I learn so much every time we meet, and it's lovely to connect with each of you. I know I just have a couple of minutes, so I'll try to make it really, really quick, but I'm definitely available for questions if you have questions about the certification after today. And so just briefly, there's been, there has been a long history of training with the Oaklander model, and certainly Oaklander training and West Coast Institute have been doing training for a number of years. And so we're really excited to be able to also now have a certification program that's linked to the foundation and the Oaklander model. And very briefly, there are four main elements to the certification. I'll go over each of those a little bit more in depth. But so there's the training component, there's a supervision component, there's a test, and then there's also a video. And once those things are completed, there's a fee. And so, but just to go into that a little bit more, the training is that there's a requirement for 70 hours of training. And at this point, because of everything that's going on with COVID, all 70 of those hours can be completed in online training. And we'll have more information about, we're planning to be able to have these sessions count for some of those hours. And after our board meeting in January, we'll have more information about that, specifically that we'll be able to send out. But historically, all of the wonderful trainings have been at places like Malibu or a conference or something of that sort. And now things are flexing and changing and developing. And so there are and will be more online trainings available across the world. And so that's one component of the certification. A second component, I'm sorry, the breeze is kicking up a little bit, I hope it's not too much, is supervision. And so that's 10 hours of supervision with a VSOF approved supervisor. We have supervisors who are coming online all across the world, and so and are providing supervision in a number of languages. Right now we have the test happening and supervision happening in 7 different languages, which is wonderful, and that's continuing to expand. A portion of those can be in group supervision, but primarily also in individual. So if you have questions about supervision or who's providing the supervision, then certainly please check in with me. And then there's a test which is currently available in 8 languages, and then a video, and the video is about 35 to 40 minutes, and that's reviewed by either the supervisor, someone in the foundation, and so that completes the certification process. And then following that, there's a fee to close the supervision or the certification, which is $100 for the testing fee, which would go to the person who translates the test or the foundation, and then $100 certification fee. And that's separate from any fees for training and supervision. Those pieces are separate. But that's kind of a brief overview. I'm really curious about the questions you might have. If you put them in the chat, that would be helpful. Or if you email me, we can put together answers to those questions and send them out potentially to the groups too. So
can you put your email in the chat?
Yes, I will do that right now. Sorry, I'm on my phone, so it'll be my thumbs.
Or maybe maybe Lynn, you could put Camille's address in the chat, if you, so the point of this very brief presentation by Camille, which thank you very much for managing this and presenting this. We will now we'll know what questions you have, and then Camille is going to come back. She may end up being a recurring sort of person to answer the questions as more interest in certification continues. So please let Camille know the questions you have, and then she can tailor either individual emails to all of you and or a longer presentation next time. All these questions are great. She's not going to answer them now, but she will. And this is very helpful to hear from everyone. So the chat will be saved.
Yeah.
Camille,
I don't have
go
your
ahead.
I don't have your email address handy. Maybe you can just text it to me. And also, I know your address is if you go to vsof.org, it's listed there as well. There's a section about certification at vsof.org.
Don't do that one.
Don't do
There we
that
go.
one.
Liz, thank you, Liz.
Yeah, no
Okay,
problem.
thank you.
Got it. Okay,
Okay.
there's to be now in the chat. I did the, oh yes, perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Liz. But yeah, if you have questions about the certification, please send me an email or write it in the chat, and then I will compile that and can get those answers out to everybody.
Okay, terrific. Thank you. Thanks, Camille. To be continued for sure. This is just a brief sort of overview.